Well, hello everybody. How are you? I hope you're doing well, at least as well as I am. I'm having a good day so far. Yes, I am. Well, welcome to Sergeant K's Corner. Another episode, another edition. I hope that you're feeling well, that the news isn't getting you down, that you're able to cut through the muck and the mire of stupidity in this world, and that you're not worried about this world, that you're concentrating on the right things. Today I'm going to talk about something that came up at breakfast. I was going to talk about a different subject, but what went on with my what went on with my wife this morning at breakfast brought up a good point. She was reading the news, and she was reading about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle in the UK and some of the comments that are being left on different social media sites. The first thing that comes to my mind is, who cares? We're not in the UK, we're in the United States. And it's not that I don't have sympathy for the UK or anything like that, but there's two things. One, it's a problem for the UK, and two, it's a problem for the royal family because Harry is unhinged. I'm tired of hearing about him. I'm tired of hearing about Meghan Markle. She's nothing special. She's just a woman. He's nothing special. He's just a redheaded royal who doesn't look like anybody else in the family. And they're nasty. They're nasty people. You don't do that to your own family. I don't know why he's on this bender, but with respect to her, you knew what you were getting into when you married him. You dated for a while. You knew that the royals had protocols. You knew that the royals had things that they are required to do. You were marrying into a monarchy. It's not like she went into this situation blind or without being able to expect things. But overall, I'm just tired of hearing about him. Prince Harry's got this book out and he's exposing all the dirty laundry from his family. All I have to say is, shame on you. And I hope nobody buys the book and puts more money in an already rich person, a rich, spoiled person's pocket. You whiny crybaby, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and tell your wife to shut up and fly straight. I mean, that's my opinion. Now, some of you out there aren't going to like it. You're going to say, Sergeant K, you're being too rough on them. Well, get off my TV, get out of my radio, get off the news, and guess what? It all goes away because I'm tired of hearing about you. But the bigger thing is, watch what you say. Words, like I'm always telling my family, are like toothpaste. Once out of the tube, you can't put it back in. Once you say things, you can apologize for it, but you can't take those words back. They've been said. Even in court, they do that. I believe they call it ringing the bell, where you'll have an attorney that'll be in court and he'll be representing somebody at a trial or whatever, and they'll say something out loud, or they'll ask a question in a particular way, and even though the opposing counsel might object, guess what? The jury's already heard it. The judge might give them instructions not to include it in their consideration. He might give them instructions to forget it, that it's not admissible, but they've still heard it. You can't get rid of it. It's out there, okay? And the scriptures tell us to be very careful about how we use our tongue. In fact, we're going to go to James 3 today to back up what I'm talking about. And it says, but no man can tame the tongue. It's an unruly evil. Are you listening, Prince Harry? Are you listening, Meghan? It's an unruly evil, full of deadly poison. With it we bless our God and Father, and with it we curse men who have been created in the similitude of God. Out of the same mouth proceed blessings and cursings. My brethren, these things ought not to be so. Does a spring send forth fresh water and bitter from the same opening? Can a fig tree, my brethren, bear olives, or grapevine bear figs? Thus, no spring yields both salt water and fresh water. You got to be careful about what you say, folks. Your mouth can divide families. We saw a lot of it during COVID. A lot of people were like, well, if you don't get the vaccine, you can't come over to my house. Well, now you've divided the families. You've limited families from visiting. And as we are finding out, and I have found out personally, the vaccine really doesn't do much for you. I had to get the vaccine because I had to have it to travel internationally. And over Christmas, I still had COVID. Yeah, we had it. All of us in the house had it. And we've had the vaccine. The only one that hasn't had the vaccine was my one daughter, who's 22, and she had the most mild case of it out of all of us. Imagine that. Now they want me to get this booster shot of the vaccine. Ain't happening. But anyway, let's get back. I digress. I got off the subject. Some years ago, my mom, who has passed away, and her sister, who has also passed away, they had words. They had an argument. They didn't speak for about 30 years. That was insane. I know it was more than 20, but I believe it was about 30 years. Praise the Lord, they made up, and they were like two peas in a pod again, shortly before my mom passed away, and about a year and a half or so before my aunt passed away on Christmas Eve. If you are causing division with your mouth, you're wrong. You're wrong. I have some in-laws that have a habit of doing that. They don't treat my wife well with their mouths. And it's gotten to a point where, you get tired of it. You turn the other cheek and you let it roll and you forgive and you forgive and you forgive. And forgiveness is great, but you don't have to keep going back and putting yourself in the line of fire for someone to perpetually hurt you. Words matter. The things that come out of our mouths matter. And Prince Harry, he's divided his family up. He's hurt his family. More important than hurting the UK, he's hurt his family. And now he's put it down in a book. The Bible is very, very clear. Your tongue is evil, and it can be used for evil. And in the big picture of things, brothers and sisters and friends out there, doesn't it make more sense to speak life? Doesn't it make more sense to be uplifting? I'm going to give you another example. Okay, you disagree with abortion. So do I. Standing out front of an abortion clinic and telling women who have just made the hardest decision in their life, and maybe they still don't have their mind made up, but they're going inside there, telling them that they are going to burn in hell and calling them murderers and things like that. You're not winning them to your side with your mouth. There's a better way. There's a more loving and kind way. And you know what? When you look at the life of Jesus in the Bible, when he was talking about the kingdom of heaven, what was he doing? He was loving people into heaven. He never backed down from sin. He called it what it was. Lady at the well. He told her exactly what she had going on, freaked her out. So he never backed down from sin. But he didn't scream in people's face. He described the kingdom of heaven. He described God's love. You can't win somebody. You can't make somebody love you, and you certainly are not going to create a solid relationship with a nasty mouth. And it doesn't, when I say nasty mouth, I don't necessarily mean swearing. I don't necessarily mean using bad language. I mean using condemning language. That's what I'm talking about. Well, you're a dirtbag. Well, no, or you're stupid, or those things. No, you can say, well, you probably could have done that better, and let's explore it. There are other ways to say things other than tearing somebody down doing it. And causing damage in families and causing families to separate and not spend holidays together and all those different things. And you know what? You can apologize and you can be forgiven, and that's great. But it's like I said, those words are still out there. That memory is still out there. It's one of the reasons why when you forgive something, you got to forget it. So yeah, I was a little rough at the beginning of this podcast. A little rough on Harry and Meghan. I wish the news media would just stop with that stuff. Just stop. And can we stop talking about President Trump's taxes as well? There's a whole list of things that I don't know about anybody else watching my podcast that I am just tired of hearing about. I'm tired of hearing about Nancy Pelosi. I'm tired of hearing about Chuck Schumer. I'm just tired of hearing about Governor Pritzker. And once it's out there, once you've said it, it's out there. And yes, I just said I was tired of hearing about certain people. It's out there. I don't regret it because I'm tired of it. I'd like to see the news media actually do some stories that are uplifting. Maybe we wouldn't have so much anxiety. Maybe we wouldn't have so much depression. Maybe we wouldn't have people feeling like there's no hope because the news media is actually covering some really cool stuff that happened. What a concept. Maybe if we stop being nasty and saying things and using that nasty little tongue of ours on social media to take a whack at one another, maybe we can change what's going on. Those are my thoughts for today. You might like them, you might not like them. Either way, I'm okay with it. I hope you have a great day. And remember, nobody's putting Sergeant K in a corner. I'm coming out. Have a great day.